Hi, my name's Elise, and I'm an instructor at Healing Reins Therapeutic Riding Center in Bend, Oregon. I'm also the equine manager, and this is Annie. And
hi, I'm Karli, and I'm also an instructor here at Healing Reins, and I'm also the schooling coordinator.
so we're going to give you guys a little bit of a rundown on kind of how our trial horses come into our program. So Annie is one of our trial horses, and typically what we do with our horses is they come in for a trial, which is either 30 to 60 days long. A lot of our horses are leased to us, so we do not own them. So it's important that our horses come to us in good shape and that they're really a good fit for our program.
We go through a process too, so we first kind of look at what are the horse's background, what have they done previously, and then we'll typically go out and see the horse, kind of see what their personality is like, and then if we think they're a good fit, we bring them in, put them through all the ropes, we test them out and see kind of how they do with everything and if they're a good fit for our program.
So typically with our trials, we have to do a good portion of it on the ground before we start riding them. So Karli's going to demonstrate some of our leading in hand methods that we do with our horses.
So as we're walking along with the horse, we want to make sure that we're ear to ear and that they're walking with us. When we ask for a whoa, we turn into our neutral position. That tells the horse with our body language that we're stopped.
Because we have a lot of programs here at Healing Reins, so we have therapeutic horsemanship. We also have hippotherapy, and that utilizes a lot of different toys. So we have toys that make noise, we have toys with different textures, and so we're going to see how Annie does with these. So first I'm going to let's work with a beanbag first. So these ones are kind of fun because they make noise.
Kind of sound like food.
Yeah, they kind of sound like snackies. So I'm going to let her sniff it if she wants. Yeah, they're not really snackies, but I'm going to let her touch it a little bit if she wants. Maybe toss it around. This one's going to smell really good. What about a different one? Okay, well, maybe she has something against the color orange. So once she's had a chance to kind of check on what we're going to use, we're actually going to make a lot of noise with them, maybe toss them up, kind of away from her. We're going to get closer to her with them. Because in our programs, we like to throw things, okay? So we want to make sure that she's going to be okay if something happens to get thrown or dropped on her. So I'm going to make sure she's okay with it over all parts of her body. So on her behind, on her belly, on her back. I'm going to do both sides of her too, so I'm going to come around and let her see it again, now that it probably smells like her. Do the other side. Now it looks different from this side. Touch her with it. While I'm doing this too, Karli and I are keeping an eye on her expression and her body language to see if she's showing any signs of discomfort or anxiety, or if this is just not going to be a toy for her, which is okay. We'll take the time to see if she'll get used to it. She's seen these before already, so we know that she's pretty good with them. But as always, they might smell new and different every single time.
She's very curious.
Yes. What about a penguin beanbag? Okay. All right. So I'm going to keep tossing them around. I might toss a beanbag to Karli up and over Annie, just to make sure that she's okay with that too. So keeping an eye on her expression. She's not too fidgety right now. She's listening to where the beanbag is. She's probably watching our beautiful camera person. No. She doesn't seem too worried about it. We also have some rings that we use. The rings don't make a whole lot of noise, but they do have different textures, and they end up getting waved around a bit, so I'm going to let her sniff them, check them out, see if they bother her. I might leave them on her. Ooh, she's a little dirty. Girl. Hi. We like our horses to be curious. We want them to be interested in what we're doing because that helps them be aware too during their sessions. They should be paying attention to their volunteer system or their volunteer trio or team, and then they should also be listening to their riders. So we want them to be aware and curious.
Another really unique thing about our barn is that we have lots of hustle and bustle. We're very busy, we have lots of people, lots of noises, there's lots of stuff going on all the time. So they have to kind of get used to the busyness of everything, which some horses aren't used to.
Usually introduce is a ball. Balls are used a lot. We play soccer with our horses. So we have a giant soccer ball. We play basketball with them, inside and outside. So a true Healing Reins horse has to be able to be okay with basketball. So this one is one of our knobbly ones, which is great for our riders who may have trouble gripping. So they can grip it really well. And it's fun for sensory integration because it's knobbly. So I'll let her sniff it, check it out, kind of go through the same process. It's not as entertaining as a beanbag because it doesn't sound like snacks. So I'm noticing as I bounce the ball, she moved away from me. That's okay. She might be also just interested in what Karli has to do. She might be getting a little bored. So I'll come back and introduce it to her. If she wants to see it, I'll take that as a no. I'll kind of see if she wants to check it out that way. And that's what we call potential.
We should grab our soccer.
Can I have just an outtake roll of just you two?
Get real weird.
Okay, all right. For serious. So another part of our trial that we use, or that we do during our
Let's do a trot. Trot for y'all.